we have seen this concept. All of you might have understood the concept clearly of microgrid, right? Okay. We have seen the difference, conventional and microgrid. We have seen this this particular diagram I told you to go through. So this is a microgrid. This block is a microgrid. This is your conventional grid. There may be interaction between conventional and microgrid. जिथे double arrow दिसता है. You are having this is two way. This is two way. So the power flow is two way. Power flow is two way. Power flow is two way. Okay. Right. So increases this microgrid increases the efficiency of transmission line because you are having the generation, transmission and distribution at local level. So power is not transported from one place to another place over a longer distance. So it is easier integration of alternative energy resources. A small smart grid, what we have, modernized electrical grid that uses information of and communication technology to gather and act on information such as information about the behaviors of supply of consumers and supply and consumers in automated fashion. It is to improve the efficiency, reliability, economics and sustainability of production, the transmission and distribution of electricity and operations are wide area monitored and controlled and protected through that may be WAN, MAN, I told you, LAN, internet and all those. Okay. So the smart grid, that is different, microgrid, that is different, conventional grid, that is different. You should be able to understand all those. Okay. Any doubt you can ask. So let us move to the next, that is need and significance of microgrid. So microgrid enables use of micro level power generation plants by using renewable and alternative energy sources, thereby and conserves the fossil fuels. So as you go on invention of more and more microgrid, that definitely conserve the fossil fuels and it will reduce the burden over the main grid. Optimum and efficient use of distribution system. So you may have optimal use of distribution system and you can have the power available when there is no there is a problem with main grid with help of microgrid. Microgrid enables to enhance the use of energy storage systems which raises the reliability factor of the grid. Okay, it enables to enhance use of energy storage system which raises the reliability factor of the grid. So reliability, that is downtime, it is reduced. So reliability, it is increased. So it improves the power quality because you are having the distribution of power at local level. So voltage profile, voltage regulation, frequency, that will be good. So you can have the reliability, good quality of power that may be available. Smoothing of output of renewable energy sources, providing backup for the power system. It plays a crucial role in optimization of cost of energy. Optimization of cost. Once you have the cost of installation of microgrid, then running cost is very less. So it optimization of cost of energy. It minimizes the greenhouse gas production and it helps for reduction in the carbon emission by adopting the renewable sources. So it is eco-friendly, or what we can say, environment friendly. It enables and increases the efficiency and energy management system throughout the demand side management and energy conservation measures. So this also get enhanced. It enhances the power balance in the grid and improves the stability of the grid. Microgrid also provides revenue and selling energy and services back to the grid. Just we have explained, microgrid you will get revenue by selling the energy to the grid. That is what there are the certain needs and significance of the microgrid. Then major components of microgrid we have. figure 2.7 will show you energy supply system. Then you are having the demand response and efficient measurement, energy supply system, energy storage system, and utility. So these are the major components. So what is in energy supply system? That is two ways. The microgrid is to provide energy supply to its connected loads without help from the utility. There must be a source of generation within the microgrid. This could provide using solar PV, wind, combustion turbines, reciprocating engines, cogeneration, and any other form of generation of energy. Distribution energy like renewable resources, small combustion turbines, and etc. So these are the energy supply systems. Okay. So you can have the major solar, wind. Right? Then you are having the reciprocating engines, cogeneration in some form. We are having. We may have some alternative source of energy, seasonal energy, that using bagasse you can generate the energy. So energy, we can have the supply system, energy supply system, this particular middle one. Okay. Then energy storage capacity. So energy storage system that allows microgrid to absorb and store the energy that is provided when supply exceeds demand, and to return the energy when demand exceeds. So during these hours when solar production is not available, like batteries, thermal storage can be used. So you can have particularly the components like thermal storage and batteries, you can store the energy. Means if thermal storage means what you can have, suppose you need generation of steam, so you need water heating, you can do it when the supply is available, that with solar energy, when sufficient amount of solar rays are there during day period. And you may have storage of energy in electrical form by using batteries. So that can be supplied during the need or demand when the supply exceeds more. So demand exceeds more. So this can be provided. So energy storage system, as on today the work is going on. We cannot store energy in bulk for what we have. Then demand response system, this particular demand response system and efficient measures or efficiency measures. More sophisticated microgrid will be incorporate the ability to control end users in smaller manner that allows generation and storage responses, that is to be optimized. For example, non-crucial loads like lighting loads, heating water heaters, etc. can be automatically shut off, turned down to maintain the energy flow in crucial loads. We can provide this. So demand response system, especially it is associated with the measurements, limit and control system. So it may get measured that you may have this much load is now permitted. If load is exceeding the particular loads, those loads are crucial loads, that can be immediately switched off, and you can maintain that grid. That is what the other demand. So demand response and efficient measure that can be taken care, especially during the time when variable renewable generators are not available. Different means distributed renewable energy generation, it is not available. With that, storage or load control can also provide attribute opportunities in power market, and when it is a time-based rates are available. Sometimes you may have the commitment. Now power market, it is based on the commitment. So if you have committed to the consumers in power market, then you may have the provision of renewable sources that can be used, and you can make the fulfillment or requirement of the demand. Okay. So by responding similarly to the system. Then utility, internet, grid and internet grid connection. So energy management system, what we have, energy management system. This system ties all the components together and maintains real-time balance of generation and load. That is energy. You have to always maintain this load and demand. So in very simple case, microgrid, it controls the system, typically a governor control on a diesel generator. In more complex microgrid, control systems are made up with sophisticated software platforms with sensors, metering and communication devices, paths designed for real-time optimization and control of the generator. So energy storage, loads, utility, interchange, etc. can be done. During the interconnected operation, the control system must be able to manage the utility interface and communicate with the utility or independent system operator. Also, system operates at particular center, including the demand response management system in real time. So it maintains the balance, make the system stable in real time response, and predictive and forecasting analysis is done. So this is what so in this predictive systems and analysis. So keep in mind, so energy management system, that you may have different platforms you can do by smart grid. Smart grid is playing very important role in energy management system. And the last component, that is a utility grid interconnection. So a key diagram which is shown, microgrid includes the interfacing with utility power grid. So during the interconnection operation, the microgrid utility interconnection must be designed for safe and reliable parallel operation of the microgrid in the power system. For reliability based microgrid where operation is an islanded mode, it is anticipated the interconnection must be also include equipment that will allow for seamless disconnection and reconnection of the microgrid and the power grid. The resynchronization of power grid and microgrid of two systems is not a trivial undertaking, and failure to properly plan and design for the function can result in instability of both the grids. So according to the system islanding of microgrid must be addressed to both technical and policy level. So that is what both technical and policy level means. What policy level, it is also technical level, we are quite comfort with that. So what we have seen in microgrid, the utility grid interconnection, that microgrid is providing energy to the local loads, but if excess is there, then you have to sell to the common grid, and you need legal, that is policy, that at what rate you will going to sell the energy, what is the amount of energy, at what particular number of units, maximum units you can sell it. That is related to policy. And technical issues as far as concern your grid, that microgrid should run independently with smart devices. That is also possible, but if needed, then your grid should be get interconnected to the conventional grid to fulfill the demand of the consumers by, and then that particular generation through microgrid will reduce also the burden on the system and will increase the reliability of system. So that is what the interconnection also very important of microgrid with the conventional grid. Okay. So these are the concepts regarding the microgrid major components what we have. So all these components are playing vital role in the microgrid concept. So you have any doubt?